episode of Bubblegum Reviews. My name is Steve, and tonight's review will be on the movie here next to me. We have Behind Enemy Lines with Gene Hackman and Owen Wilson, but what looks to be Luke Wilson. Anyways, this is probably a second time watch for me. It's been a long time since I've watched this because I literally watched it and was like, wow, I don't remember any of this. A little quick summary into this is Lt Burnett is a pilot who is tired of he wants to get out of the military. He's tired of just the boring no action life and ends up going on one last mission only to get shot down behind enemy lines, and he calls for a aide to come pick him up, but unfortunately they're unallowed to help him until one of his bosses decides to break protocol to go save his man. So first thing about this I will say is this movie's it's not great for sure. It's not a terrible movie. It definitely has the cat and mouse thing down, but it's not like a good style. The CGI in this is not very good. The acting was so-so. Owen Wilson was okay. Gene Hackman was okay, but I feel like they didn't have much to work with, so that's why they were just okay. Owen Wilson's nose. Dear God, let's talk about that. Holy cow, dude. The first thing I saw as soon as Owen Wilson showed up on screen was, bro, this guy's nose looks like it looks like he just got in a bar fight the night before and somebody punched him in the nose and literally broke it. That thing was just so crooked. But at this point, everybody is used to it. It's literally almost like his trademark. But the movie, man, the score was okay. The movie itself, like I said, the CGI wasn't good. The writing could have been a little better for sure. The movie was very familiar, like in other movie styles. Man, I don't know. There's not really much like awesome things to talk about for it. I guess my favorite scene was favorite scene in a way, but also yet kind of an interesting. So the part where there was all those IEDs in that small area where he literally starts walking and then looks down and realizes where he's at, and then he sees the two enemies and he starts taking off and they start shooting only for one of the guys to actually step on the IED. But so they had all these IEDs and there was literally a ginormous what looked to be a propane tank right there. Yet they blew up right next to it and that propane tank did not explode. Come on now, really? Really? No, I don't see that. And the other thing that I was kind of curious about. So the sniper guy who had to be the top of the line because he was literally he was the go-to guy for everybody. But he couldn't shoot Burnett, but yet he wasn't even looking and he was firing with a handgun and he wasn't missing. But he couldn't shoot Burnett with that high-powered rifle and scope. I don't know. It's a little weird, honestly. But anyways, not a great movie, not a terrible movie. I'd say it's one that you put on and pay attention to for the most part, but if you start doing laundry, don't hate yourself, you know? Anyways, director in this, we have John Moore, who I was like, who in the world is this? And I looked it up. He's done A Good Day to Die Hard, Flight of the Phoenix, and Max Payne. I've seen all three of those. They're not movies that fly off and are like award-winning or anything like that, but they are good movies. IMDb gave this a 6.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 36%. Video Hung gave it a 2 out of 4. Bubblegum Reviews gave it a 5.5 out of 10. Reasons I'd tell you to watch this is probably just because of these two right here, Owen Wilson and Gene Hackman. Box office 91.7 on a budget of 40, so it made 51.7 mil. I'm surprised it made that, honestly. I know this movie came out in 2001, So, God, 24 years ago. That's crazy. My interesting fact in this is, so during the scene where the tank goes smashing through the wall, apparently the director almost died during that. One of the stuntmen pulled him back just in time and saved his life. Crazy to think about, just because, man, it, like, I don't know. I've heard of certain actors that do their own stunts. Like Statham's almost died numerous times. Jackie Chan's almost died numerous times. And you don't think about how dangerous doing your own stunts actually really is. That's why Tom Cruise is probably worth so much money. So yeah, that's it for that. Like I said, worth a single watch at least. I won't be saving this one. I mean, that's about it for this. I've seen it. I remember it. I'll remember it. Maybe in 15 years I'll come back to it or something, but I doubt it. I got tons of movies to watch. So my next two movies on the watch list, first one we have here probably will be the next one I watch. Tomorrow Never Dies, 007. And then this one here, I got this for, what are we at? I think this was a Christmas gift or something. I can't remember exactly at this point. But my buddy got this for me. This will actually be my first Alfred Hitchcock movie. This was one that I was always interested in, so this will be an interesting watch for me for sure. And that's up after that one. So you guys stay tuned. Also, by the way, I will be watching Sinners at some point, because I've been hearing great things. I really want to see that, so that'll be coming up here eventually. That's it for tonight. You guys have a good day. Like and subscribe. Check out my letterbox. Check out my eBay. And if you are local, which I doubt anybody really is, I will be doing a flea market. I'm going to go to a flea market and sell movies and some VHS and some of my CDs and stuff like that. So if you're local, come on down, and I'll think of something for you to say if you want, like a free movie or something. Anyways, that's it. You guys have a good night.